Skip it up and that up. Oh, Keemstar, Keemstar, Keemstar. I wasn't going to make this video, but then you had to block me and say that I was calling you out for attention. So, yep, now I'm going to make that video. I'm going to make the video that I said I wasn't going to. So, today on Twitter, because I still get actually a substantial amount of requests, people are like, hey, Rich, I'd love to support the show, throw you some money. Do you have a Patreon? I say I don't. And for a very long time, especially after the other colorful experience I had where I very briefly opened up a Patreon, I haven't wanted to. But since people keep asking, I put up a Twitter survey and said, do you want me to open up a Patreon? And an interesting thing happened after that. Now, Keemstar, well, until he blocked me today, followed me on Twitter. I followed him. And probably about, I would say, 8 minutes, at least is when what I saw with the tweet that he posted. He put up a tweet like coincidentally 8 minutes after I posted my survey if I should do a Patreon or not, saying this: I find it kind of silly that YouTubers that make at least $10,000 a month have Patreons. You look kind of scummy, in my opinion, just saying. And I saw that, I'm like, okay, maybe he's just saying it kind of a random thing to just say minutes after I post my survey, but I respond back. And I wrote this interesting tweet. I don't have one yet, but if people choose to support what you do by choice, what is wrong with that? Just saying. He responds back, the homeless man and the rich YouTuber have a lot in common in 2016 at me, the real RTU. And I responded back with, so people liking someone's content and wanting to support it is like shaking a cup on the corner. Got it, LOL. Now, there are other videos he put up on his Twitter. If you follow him on Twitter, you could see them, so you could see I'm not making any of this up. I'm not going to include them in this video. I don't want this video to get flagged down. Where he's basically saying, look, I don't understand if you're making XYZ amount of money on YouTube, why you would need a Patreon, and just going, I think it's scummy. And he just continued on with that. And it was a back and forth with that for a while. I don't need to go into details. Again, go check out Keemstar's Twitter and you could see what was going on. But whatever, after the back and forth, Keemstar says to me, Rich, that tweet wasn't referring to you. Calm down. You know, I wasn't saying it towards you. And even though I still thought he was, I was like, you know what? Maybe he wasn't. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I apologized. I said the tweets were directed towards me. Let's move on. Okay. But then I thought of something. I was like, he's on stream.me. And when I go look at the page, the first thing you see there is this, a nice big donation button. And I'm like, isn't that the same thing as people donating to you through a Patreon? So I call him out on that. And then he makes another video saying that, oh, you Rich, you must be stupid because that's how streamers make their money. It's not really through ad revenue. But then I realized that he's also admitted before in a stream.
I'm doing very well on Streamy. They're paying me very well.
He gets a check directly from Stream.me and he's taking donations. That's Keemstar. That's the same thing you're calling out YouTubers for having Patreons. You're doing the same thing, just in a different way. Money's green all around. So unless there's some other moral dilemma, like Patreon is part of the Sinaloa cartel, there's drug lords that own them, how is it people being scumbags on there when you're getting donations, when you are literally, you've admitted before, as a person who is a self-proclaimed millionaire, or very wealthy at least, is getting donations through Stream.me while Stream.me is cutting them a check? What's the difference? Why is there a difference? I called you out on bullshit, Keem. I called you out on being hypocritical, and it pissed you off. And again, I don't care that you're getting donations through Stream.me. I don't have an issue with it. Like I said, if people want to throw you money, Keemstar, they can. It's their money. It's their choice. But what pissed me off is you were calling other people scumbags, and you're doing the same exact thing just through a different website. And on top of it, Keemstar, I have no ill will towards you. Do your thing. It's nice to see that your channel is successful, and I wish you continued success in the future. This is Rich Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.